gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you've done in the game, but you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something. We've been here before. You trying to get there.
This matchup with Canelo. Butt beating his ass. How though? How does that look?
I'll box his ass. Just outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent.
At the press conference, Terence Crawford's trainer Brian Bulak McIntyre gave a clear warning to Canelo, saying that size and weight differences will not matter on fight night. He said that Crawford has been fighting bigger opponents throughout his career and always finds a way to win confident and direct. Bulak said that Canelo is in serious trouble because Crawford's skills and mindset will make the difference when they enter the ring.
This matchup with Canelo.
Butt beating his ass.
How though? How does that look?
I'll box his ass. Just outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Yeah.
What about the head movement, Bomac? Canelo's famed head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's called coaches.
Yeah.
So we can get past that shit.
Bulak speaks with full belief when he talks about Terence Crawford's chances in the upcoming fight. He says this is not just another match, but a chance to prove that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Bulak says Crawford has been training hard without missing days, and there is no space for excuses. He believes that real preparation is what makes someone a champion, and Crawford's focus and hard work show why he is at the top of the sport. This shows not just confidence, but also strong belief that Crawford's skills and mindset will help him overcome anything in his way. The way Bao sees it, this fight is not just about winning, but about making history in front of everyone.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence, you've seen the doubters over the years, and he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning him, and you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 13th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So, the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything.
Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth, get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
Reports about Canelo Alvarez having a hard time with Jiren Boots Ennis during sparring started a lot of talk in the boxing world. Ennis is a fighter that many fans say looks similar to Terence Crawford because of his quick movement, sharp counter punches, and strong defense. If Canelo had trouble with someone like that in sparring, then people are asking how much harder it will be when he fights Crawford. For real, sparring is not the same as a real championship fight, but patterns can still matter, and this rumor made many believe that Canelo could be in for more trouble than expected. For fans of Crawford, this adds to their belief that he is what it takes to find and use Canelo's weaknesses when it counts.
World, when we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford's camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything. Okay. Now I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But you know, it's when you saw Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the top ranked gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now as it stands.
In reply to the sparring stories, Bielak strongly rejected the idea that Ennis and Crawford are the same. He said clearly that while Boots is skilled, Crawford is on a completely different level. He believes that no sparring partner, no matter how good, can copy what Crawford brings into the ring. His view is that Crawford mixes experience, adaptability, and sharp thinking in a way that is very hard to match. That is why Bielak says people who make those comparisons are missing the real point. The actual fight will show what makes Crawford special, and it is not just about speed or movement, but about how smart he is under pressure. Bomack's response shows how much trust he has in Crawford's unique style and his ability to stand out no matter who others try to compare him to.
I know you saw him sparring with Boots. Give me your initial response to that.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
So, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit, dog.
Analyst Aid Oladipo shared his concerns about Crawford putting on a lot of weight before the fight. He said that boxing is not just about size, but about finding the right balance between skill and power. He warned that gaining too much weight too fast could slow Crawford down or affect his natural flow. Oladipo is worried that Crawford, who is known for being quick and smooth, might lose some of his best strengths by changing his body just to match Canelo's size. While many fans support Crawford for moving up in weight, Oladipo highlights the risk of changing what already makes him a great fighter. His view reminds people that getting ready for a big fight is not always simple, and even good training can lead to problems if not handled the right way.
Was too wiry. Crawford was the guy at 135 pounds that looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that made, I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh, yeah.
And when he's just skinny, he's like wiry. He's very much Tommy Hearns. Now.
Oh, have you seen him? He's
now
massive.
He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurting him.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin. Crawford ain't hurting him.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. That when he at 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, one second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. And he lost. But Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, nah. similar in terms of, they're both skillful.
Trainer Breadman Edwards gave a more balanced take on the situation. He said that Crawford is fully aware that Jiren Ennis sparred with Canelo and that Ennis has real power, but instead of letting that bother him, Crawford uses that knowledge as part of his fight preparation. Edwards explained that Crawford's confidence does not change because of outside things like who his opponent trains with. For Crawford, the main focus is the actual fight and his ability to adjust in the moment, knowing that Ennis helped Canelo may even push Crawford and his team to prepare better by thinking about that fighting style. Edwards made it clear that Crawford does well in these situations, and his strong mindset keeps him steady no matter what his opponent does in camp.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up. It can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him. And it can make Crawford say, okay. Let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and Bomac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you. But he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and Bomac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
Many fans and analysts believe that Canelo's size will be too much for Crawford to deal with. Supporters of Canelo point to his power at higher weight classes and question if Crawford, who started his career at lightweight, can take the hits from a naturally bigger fighter. The main debate is about size versus skill. People who doubt Crawford think the size gap is something that skill alone cannot fix. They argue that at some point physical strength takes over and that Canelo's heavy punches might be too much for Crawford to handle. This view is shared by a large part of the boxing community who feel that no matter how skilled Crawford is, moving up to face such a strong opponent might be a step too far.
Canelo versus Crawford. Who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man. Too strong. I hope Terence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this. He took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol' biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo's seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Another part of the debate is Canelo's deep experience at the top level. Analysts often point out that Canelo has faced almost every fighting style, from fast and technical boxers to tough brawlers to strong defensive fighters. His record includes many championship rounds under intense pressure. More than just size and power, his comfort in big fights gives him a calm and steady presence that is hard to match. Experience plays a big role in how a fighter deals with tough moments, and Canelo has proven his toughness again and again. His fans believe that this knowledge, along with his natural strength, makes him a serious test for anyone, even Crawford. The idea is that while skill matters, experience in high-level fights can shift things strongly in favor of the Mexican superstar.
There's things about being in camp with Canelo. It's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So, there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
Some people in the boxing world feel unsure about this matchup. On one side, they respect Crawford for aiming high and chasing greatness. But on the other side, they wonder if Canelo is the right opponent to build his legacy. The worry is not about Crawford's talent, but about the chance that a size gap could hide what makes him special. They say Crawford could have proved himself in other ways without facing someone so much bigger. Still, even with these doubts, many admit that this fight gives Crawford a level of attention and financial reward he has never had before.
High guard? Okay,
man.
Another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Brian, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford. Nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
Big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. Canelo, he's got Bivol, he's got Benavidez, he's got all these other legitimate 168, 175 pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're going to go fight a little smaller guy. And I'm not something against Bud. Bud is as a talent as they come.
Really?
But you're talking about a guy that probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. Bud is not a huge, massive guy.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not.
Okay.
Because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. I'm glad that Bud is going to get this payday. It's very important.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't ride into the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound for pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez?
Same thing.
Like that? Same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got to fight these up and coming 168, 165 to 175 pound guys.
Womack sees the fight not just as a test of size and strength, but as a battle of intelligence. His way of breaking things down shows how much he values the small details in boxing. He believes that good timing can cancel out power, and that speed can make up for size for Womack. What makes Crawford special is his ability to change and adapt from one moment to the next, turning him into a moving puzzle that is hard to figure out. His well-known phrase, skills pay the bills, is more than just a saying. It is a mindset that explains Crawford's path. It supports the idea that even though Canelo has power and experience, Crawford's deep understanding of the sport gives him a real chance to win.
We know where we need to be by the time we step in the ring. We got the doctors and the scientists and nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there, and we're just gonna sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays the bills. You gotta have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too. You know what I'm saying? So. Styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skills?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you. He'll get the job done. Because Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter, and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay, He got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to take to get that win, right?
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates and breakdowns on the biggest fights in boxing.